Heathrow is one of the busiest airports in the world. At Terminal 3, there are 50,000 passengers arriving every day.
Next, please. How long will you all be staying for? There you go. Thank you.
Most have a legitimate reason to come into the country.
Thank you, Madam.
Okay, thanks very much.
It's down to the immigration officers at the desks to spot those who don't. Officer Neil Newbury started working at Heathrow after doing a maths degree. Today he stopped a student returning to Britain after a trip home to India. But the border agency suspect Mr. Singh's college in London may be bogus.
When you get these sort of letters confirming, yes, the student is studying here, yes, he can go on holiday for this amount of time, it's usually printed out on a better quality paper if it's a genuine letter. I mean, I could probably print something like that up myself, given a little bit of time on my own computer. So it's not looking great for me at the moment, if I was to be totally honest.
Officer Newbury wants to find out what the passenger is doing in the UK. He starts by checking Mr. Singh's luggage for clues.
You work here? Where do you work? At Tesco's. What do you study, sir? Computer science. Okay. I found a lot of information about his studies, a couple of quite large textbooks, so that's a lot of things in his favour. At the moment, I'm sort of changed my mind. I'm thinking he may be genuine now, because he's certainly got the work with him to confirm that he has been studying here and he's intending to complete his qualifications.
But it's time to dig deeper. Officer Newbury must make sure Mr. Singh is sticking to the rules. As a foreign student, he's only allowed to work a maximum of 20 hours a week.
You say you also work in the UK?
Oh, yeah.
Where do you work and what do you work as?
Tesco's. Nights.
What does a night shift involve? What hours?
It's basically one night shift is 7.5 hours. So in total it's 15 hours.
Okay, if you'd like to follow me, please.
Before giving Mr. Singh the all-clear to enter the UK, Officer Newbury must be sure he's telling the truth.
Gov.uk.
He gives Tesco a call.
Yes, he's returned back to the UK from a holiday abroad, and we just want to confirm with yourselves his hours of work and how long he's actually worked for you. 36.5 hours. Okay. Even if he is actually attending his college on a rare occasion, the fact is Tesco's have confirmed he's doing 36 hours a week work for them, and as a student he can only work 20 hours a week. There's no way around that. So, yeah, he's in a bit of trouble there. Okay, Mr. Singh, come over here, please, sir. I'll ask a few more questions, okay? You'd like to follow me, please. You've already told me you're aware that you can only work 20 hours as a student. In fact, Tesco have told me that you've been working 36.5 hours a week.
It's only possible because that's a night shift.
So it doesn't sound like you're studying to me, to be honest. Do you now know what will happen to you? You've broken the conditions of your study visa, so your visa will be cancelled today.
Whatever you want me to do,
There's nothing that you can do now, sir.
There's actually no university in whole India.
You should have thought about that before you started working full-time in this country. He's obviously very desperate to stay here. He's saying he wants to complete his course. Obviously, he's extremely desperate to do that, but I'm afraid for me it's going to fall on deaf ears, because he had his opportunity a little while ago to come clean to me when I asked him the first time. He's had his opportunity again to come clean with me, and he didn't. He lied to me twice, and I cannot sympathise with someone like that because he lied to me.
Mr. Singh must wait before finding out if he can enter Britain. It's the Chief Immigration Officer who will confirm this final decision.
Well, I think on balance, the fact that he has worked in breach,
For the last year.
Significantly enough to go down the change of purpose route. No, unfortunately, you can't work here solely to support your studies. Genuine students are meant to fund their education from their sponsorship or from other sources, and they can't just work in the United Kingdom to fund their education.
Okay, I've spoken to the Chief Immigration Officer with regards to what you've told me and what Tesco's have told us, and we decided to refuse your entry to the United Kingdom today and cancel your visa, okay?
There's no chance.
Afraid not, no. You've worked in breach of your visa conditions. There's no way back from that, I'm afraid. Working full-time weekly can generate a lot of money, which can then be converted into a lot of money in their country. So there's a lot of money at stake. If we had the time to actually sit down and really really question and thoroughly examine every single student that comes through our borders, I think we'd find an awful lot of them that aren't actually studying here or aren't actually meeting their conditions of their visa. Unfortunately, with the amount of people we have coming through just this terminal alone, there's absolutely no way we can catch every single person.
Mr. Singh spends the night in detention before boarding the first available flight back to India.